Dispatcher, we got an incident here. There's a deceased. Appears to have been struck by the 103 here at West Foleyet. Appears to be an accident.
It's a story of you know, a very troubled young man, you know, in a small town. You know, maybe life isn't everything you thought it was gonna be.
I've got my daddy's 14.
No one killed Cody. Cody killed himself.
You ain't no kind of man. I know the sound of your truck. Listen, man, don't push your luck. 'Cause I've got my daddy's 14.
And from there, he's like, "Oh, you're stealing gas." I'm like, me? No, I don't do that.
I'm not gonna tell you that I liked Cody Teebo. Didn't push him in front of a train, anyways.
You got no business here. I think my mama made that clear. Come on knocking at my door. You'll be bleeding on the porch. 'Cause I've got my daddy's 14.
My boy didn't kill himself. My boy would have never killed himself.
Well, I don't know if I can offer anything more than the official report on the incident. You know, happy to help in any way that I can. Yeah, it was open close. You know, fella threw himself in front of a train. You know, that's the way I saw it.
October 3rd. Last year, 2022. Get a phone call in the evening. Cody had been on shift that night. You're told that Cody got hit by a fucking train. Not much left of him. Well, I hop in my pickup. I had a couple drinks in me, but I didn't give a fuck. Went for the yard. Police were already setting up barricades. CP police. Most jurisdiction. Couldn't get past them. Couldn't even see my fucking boy. So, my grandson, Cody, was the absolute light of my life. Loved having him around. Loved every minute. He was born and raised right here down at Old Foleyet, there, a hometown hero. Was really the pride of the family. He was just a gorgeous young kid, you know, beautiful. You know, liked to go hunting and fishing with his old grandpa. You know, we spend every day together, basically, all the time. You know, when he was a little bit older, I'd sneak him a couple drinks, you know, have a good laugh, head out to the camp, you know, catch some fish, fry him up. That's what he was really all about. He was just a carefree kid, you know, make friends with anybody, all the confidence in the world, loved nature, loved to get outside, loved the great outdoors. That's why this was such a good spot for him, you know. Got a fucking picture of my boy right here, huh? Fucking stud. Tell you what, I looked just like that back in the day, me. Just like him. Just like that. Can you believe it? Handsome guy, right? I was. I really was. Yes, in the October 3rd, in the early hours of the evening, my grandson died, killed, murdered, really, proper term to use, murdered on the West Switch, Foleyet, when he was struck by the 103 westbound. Yeah.
Just it's a story of, you know, a very troubled young man, you know, in a small town, you know. Maybe life isn't everything you thought it was going to be. Maybe, you know, you're unhappy at home. It's very sad. It's very sad.
They said that it looked like he either wandered onto the track or put himself there intentionally and was hit by the 103 westbound right there on the West Switch Foleyet. You know, later hours of the, early evening, I suppose, 6 o'clock. The sun's starting to go down.
Can I get you guys anything, or you good? Okay. We'll get started. If you'd asked me, you know, like 5 years ago, you know, did your brother kill himself? I would have said, you know, absolutely. But no, he's doing pretty good. He was doing pretty good. You know, he didn't love his job, but, you know, he wasn't broke anymore, you know, so he was pretty happy with that. Fucking had sweet truck, you know, El Camino, you know, girlfriend he loved. Yeah, I don't think he killed himself.
He was the youngest of 2 boys, under my youngest, Randy, rest, you know, God bless him. Still with us, but if you call that living. Anyway, Cody came back, moved down to Foleyet again to start working for the CPR. Much like many of his family members, I worked there previously in the past. Many of them retired, deceased now. Started to run heavy equipment, learn the ropes of the rails, laying track, all those kinds of things, and you know, I really thought it was a good move for him in the beginning. I really did. What happened next? What happened next was they killed my fucking grandson.
It's a terrible thing. No, it's a terrible thing, you know. A young man, pillar of the community, you know, hometown hero, you know. I think all of his coworkers just loved him. You know, when this sort of thing happens, you know, CP takes it really seriously, you know, and the CP police, you know, that we're a serious, you know, we're a serious, you know, enforcement agency within the company, you know, handling, you know, internal investigations. We take this sort of thing very seriously, and I, you know, I applaud anybody who wants to, you know, dig into it further. You know, we're happy to help in any way we can. Of course, we can't let you go near the scene or on the train or interrupt, you know, track time in any way. But we're happy to help, happy to talk to you guys. You know, happy to offer up support. You know, for the family. It's a terrible shame.
You probably talked to that detective, that CP detective there. Piece of shit, eh? Real piece of shit. You can really tell he's a piece of shit. Nothing to him. Nothing behind his eyes. Something that just, when I met him, came by the house here and said, my mind just said, don't touch that man's hand. Don't touch it. It's dirty. It's got filth on it. Sick. Gross. What am I drinking? Oh, this is the new White Claw iced tea. This one is just new, brand new. I just went to the liquor store today, and the first time I seen it, what a treat, you know. What a, you know, great timing. You know, going to be doing this with you guys here, and I get to test this. Get one for a test run. Just get a nice little picture there. White Claw iced tea. It's good stuff. I like it. The iced tea. I was worried that it was going to be, you know, a little too sweet, because the big reason why I like these White Claws, and I've gone into this before, is you know, easy on the body. You know, you drink a lot of these, and really at the end of the day, you're not really feeling too hungover. You don't too much sugar. There's a lot of water. It's a seltzer. You know, it's not like drinking a rye or beer. My boy didn't kill himself. My boy would have never killed himself. He had everything going for him. Maybe 5 years ago. 5 years ago, he had nothing. Maybe then he would have killed himself. Probably. Almost. I'm surprised he didn't. 5 years ago, I'm shocked that he didn't take his own life. We were worried for him every day. But not now. His life was a fairy tale. It was a dream. Him and his old lady. He had everything. He had a nice truck. Nice big pickup. He had a nice El Camino. Nice house. Good job. Good pay. He wouldn't do it. What a lot of people don't know is that the CP police, they have more jurisdiction because they're a federal agency, because it's a federal railroad, than any local law enforcement, municipal, provincial. They've even got more jurisdiction than the RCMP. We could look that up. That's fucking true. Anyway, they had sole access to the scene, sole access to the documentation, sole access to the evidence, and they wouldn't let nobody else in. Nobody else see nothing. Even me, his fucking grandpa, couldn't even see where my boy got killed. Couldn't even visit the scene. Pretty sad, isn't it? Pretty fucking sad. It was at this point that I decided to hire my own counsel, my own investigator. Someone a little high profile. You might recognize his name. Derrick Kerrigan. That's the lead investigator of the Rat Dick case. Unsolved, I know. But he made a lot of groundbreaking moves in a lot of other cases.
My name is Robert Derrick Kerrigan, licensed PI, former detective for the Toronto Police, former special agent for the OPP, heading off the task force in the RDK investigations. Adlore, who's actually a good friend of mine, came to me recently looking to investigate his grandson's death. He thought it was suspicious. I got the sense he was desperate, so I really juiced those numbers like 50% more than I would normally. He didn't even bat an eye, so that's actually great for me, like for my situation.
And I really believe that this guy has my best intentions in mind. And that he's gonna find out who killed my fucking grandson. That's what's most important to me. That's what I want.
What do I think happened? I think that Adlore's grief is paying off my boat. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of thing that a guy like him, I've seen it before, they will pay and borrow money and pay. And I got a new little bit of evidence. It's like every few months, and they're like, thank God you were here. It's fucking cold.
Within 16 hours, the record was set, case closed. Cody died either intentionally or accidentally. Workplace incident. No investigation. No nothing. Well, that just didn't make any sense to me because Cody wasn't supposed to be in Foleyet that day. Supposedly working a little further east. Told me that in the morning.
Adlore's crackpot theory was that Code was killed by CP Rail and made to look like an accident or like a suicide or both. I don't know. Who is Cody? Cody, he's my friend's grandson, first and foremost. He worked on the rail. He's 21 or 22. He's a bit of a howdy-doody kind of guy. Kind of got to stick up his ass, you know. He's a loser. He's a is he's just a broad stroke loser. Rest in peace, of course, but like, I'm very clinical. I don't just mince words. I am a special agent. I actually am former CSIS as well. We would call this guy a loser.
We have spoken with Adlore, and of course, you know, Mr. Kerrigan. I don't know how much I really want to say on the subject of their investigation, if you want to call it an investigation. Let's next question, please.
He also told me about a couple of the cocksuckers he was working with. Stealing fucking diesel and gas. Yeah.
I actually am doing my job, though. I'm getting paid, so I went to the CP Rail. I interviewed a bunch of guys. He's very controversial at the work. Half the guys there think he's like a fucking clown bitch. But the other guys are like, no, he's a fucking piece of shit. But they're all just glad that he's dead, at the very least.
Oh, my name's Josh Smith. I work at the CP Rail there, Foleyet. That's me. Cody Teebo worked at CP Rail. I say worked because he didn't fucking do anything. The only times he did stuff was when he was breaking equipment, and I taught him how to do stuff, and you couldn't teach him. He just fucked everything up. I caught him stealing gas once, and from there he's like, oh, you're stealing gas. I'm like, me? No, I don't do that.
So what happened to Cody?
Yeah, the dead. Fucking shows up one day dead on the rails. He was never very safe. He was always fucking around there on the tracks, like, hey, look at me, lay down on the tracks. So I don't think he killed himself, because he's not tough enough to do that. I could kill myself, like, no problem, but I wouldn't. But Cody wouldn't either, for different reasons, because he's a pussy. So people think that there's some conspiracy. No. Why would someone kill Cody? He kill himself because he sucks, and because he fucks around on the tracks. He's an idiot.
One guy in particular, Smith, I could tell this guy was fucking stealing gas. There's a thing where he said, hey, Cody was stealing gas. I looked into it. I don't think Cody was stealing gas because he was spending so much fucking money on gas. I don't know what else he would be, like, doing with the stolen gas. But that made me think, oh, look into this fucking guy. And he's spending, like, 40 or 50 bucks a week, and he's driving this RV-ass looking piece of shit to and fro. It should be costing him closer to, like, $40 or $50 an hour. So I'm like, boom, bank statement, boom, fuel, and he's like, duh.
Do you live near Foleyet or the yard or?
No, live in Timmins. Most of us live in Timmins.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It surprised me because I'm looking at your bank records here, and you spend less than $50 a month on gas. And you drive a big fucking piece of shit, so how is that possible?
Oh no, well,
you shut the fuck up. You're stealing gas.
He grabs my shoulder. I do an old CSIS trick. Whoa. I double poke him in the eye.
Why did I steal gas? It only cost me $100 every 3 days to get to work. That's nothing. That's fucking pocket change for me. So, I really didn't like the guy. He's a fucking piece of... He's a shit... He's a guy that I don't like. So...
The Smith guy... Kind of a fucking idiot, that guy. Holy shit. Known him since he was a kid. He was a runt to the litter, I'll tell you that. Yes, that's correct. After the advice of my private investigator, they put up a cash reward. Adlore here, at the advice of my new private eye. Been told to put a couple thou up reward, help with leads. And we're doing just that today. 5,000, 5 big ones right here. Pick up the fucking phone. $5,000. Yet to be cleaned. Where did I get that money? Well, honestly, long time of drinking. I had a lot of bottles to bring back. Brought them all in at once. 5 big ones. Not just about covered. Once Kerrigan started looking into this stuff, and he was able to get some documentation from the CP through channels that he has, ex-law enforcement channels. He was able to ascertain that Cody had what's called a TOP, a track occupancy permit, which is what you need to do a work in a certain area of the track. You know, if you're going to do some work there, you got to have a permit. You got it over the radio. Everything's legit, official. So it's factual that he had a permit in Young, I believe it was Young Siding. At the time, the 103 would have been going by, but that permit was taken from his laptop. It wasn't taken verbally, so there's no audio recording of that permit being taken, but that's where he should have been. But we know now, obviously, that he was on the West Switch Foleyet getting killed by a fucking train. Yeah, sometime in early July, just before that, a couple months before, I guess, my grandson came to me to tell me that a couple of the boys, local section boys, people that I'm familiar with in town, have been stealing gas, diesel, other petroleum products from the railroad itself, and that he planned to expose their little operation. And later on, Kerrigan ascertained that someone did have a track permit earlier that day. That was Foreman Simmons. That's right. That's right, Simmons, Mr. Diesel himself. Permit right there where my boy got struck down. At the time of the death, he had canceled the permit moments before. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Huh? Think that's a coincidence? You think that's just a little coinky dink, huh? You think that Simmons just happened, I just happened to be in the area. No, I didn't steal no diesel. This has nothing to do with me. Bet that's what he's going to tell you. If you haven't talked to him already, of course.
So I check the area Cody died. And there's a permit, there's like only one permit that could actually work for that. I look into it. The day of, only one person got it. The time of, only to the same time Cody died. Buddy boy fuckface Simmons. Can't remember his first name.
Guys want a little Diet Pep? Ready to go? Okay. A little of this, a little of that. You know, you got to keep the trains running. You know, $1 million an hour, right? Fucking, you know, big job. Hot shot. Dog fucker. Rat. Gay. Probably. No, I see what you're doing here. I see what you're saying. But I'm not going to tell you that I liked Cody Teebo. You know, fucking rat. Fucking dog fucker. You know. But didn't push him in front of a train anyways. You know.
But I go and talk to him. Well, he says he was sleeping in the tool shed, and most of his coworkers say, yeah, he's always sleeping in the tool shed. Fuck. So I just fucking poked him in both his eyes.
Yeah, I was on track the day Cody got smoked, but I wasn't any fucking where near there, actually. I was on the other side of the whole thing.
And Kerrigan did get a hold of a few of these guys, not all of them, through his sources of ex-police bank statements. And, you know, these guys are driving huge pieces of shit, big old diesel pickups, you know, big tires, big block engines, you know, just massive crew cab, long box, you name it, big pieces of shit, big rigs. And, you know, they're not spending any money on gas, on diesel. That's weird, right? Seems strange to me.
Stealing diesel? Nah. No.
Simmons, I know for a fact he was stealing gas, you know. Check how much money he spent on gas, you know, if you guys can get into that, you know. Diesel for his pickup truck to get to work. That's 100 kilometers there, 100 kilometers back. How much do you think that costs for a diesel pickup truck? I bet you that the math doesn't work, doesn't add up, doesn't make any sense. Do it for all the guys in the yard, in that vicinity. See if they're all stealing gas, because my grandson sure as hell thought they were. That's for sure. And he had reason to believe.
Everybody drives a big fucking diesel around here. I mean, fuck all. Adlore put you guys up to this? Huh? No. Fuck you. Where's all the diesel? Where's all the diesel? I'll check my dad's place for all I care. Check my dad's place. Fuck. Tell you what happened. Fucking killed himself because everybody fucking hated him. You guys get me out here with a bottle of Pepsi and you tell me you want to talk about this there and it's a fucking it's a fucking ambush. It's a fucking ambush, you know. Just like fucking Adlore, same fucking thing, you know. Permit. Fucking where were you? Fucking stealing diesel. Wouldn't the cops be all over this? You know, like isn't this already, you know, taken care of, closed case, fucking done, you know? Think I got fucking time for this? The fucking train's going, you know? Fucking company time. Stealing fucking diesel. Good luck with your little movie. Fucking Saint Cody. I'm not here to comment on any kind of conspiracy within the company. Certainly not anything to do with, you know, diesel or that's just not why I'm here. So, you know, feel free to direct any kind of questions to our internal affairs or to another governing body. You know, with the proper application, I'm sure you can you know, you find the answers that you're looking for. Yeah. As far as the whole, you know, like Dieselgate, Dieselspiracy, fucking, you know, I don't really know what to say about all that. I don't know anything about that. You know, Cody never talked to me about anything like that. So, you know, obviously Adlore probably has more to say on the subject. You know, in fact, I know he has more to say on the subject. You know, I don't really answer the phone anymore, you know, ever. So, yeah, you guys are the first people I've talked to about this, you know, since, you know, the week it happened, essentially.
Here's what I think happened. October 3rd was the day that my grandson was going to confront Foreman Simmons and Foreman Smith about their theft of gasoline and diesel from the company, and tell them, give them their ultimatum, whatever it was going to be. And then I think they killed him. I don't know how they did. Frankly, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But they killed him. And they put his lifeless body right there, Foleyet, on the tracks to be hit by the next train coming. The 103 West. And they absolved themselves. And it was really around then that I got the social medias going, and that was we raised a lot of awareness for my lord here. Put together a little something to help with the investigation. Hopefully the police listen to me. But I put together a diorama of the tracks here to show right where my grandson got killed. Happy New Year, everybody. I just wanted to say that my resolution for this year is to catch the killers of my fucking grand. Hey everybody, Adlore here. Just wanted to say, just had a hand at these new watermelon White Claws here. And I know I said I was a black cherry man until I was gonna die, but wow, this is really a good one. Pour some out for my boy here. Adlore here. Just in my shop, trying to take my mind off things. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone on the social medias for the support after the documentary came out. And I just want to raise more awareness about my boy, so please use the hashtag #WhoKilledMyBoy right there on the bottom. Just got done another load of the ciders. I was gonna make them for Christmas, but I think I'm just gonna drink them all to myself. You know who fucking love these? I love to make them with me, my fucking boy. And they fucking killed him. They took him down, and I know what happened. Hello everybody, Adlore here. Things haven't been going so well. Since the podcast, I started to spiral on the old White Claws. Got into a bar fight. A guy cut me right here. Makes me realize how close I was to seeing my grandson. And though I want to see him, I want to make sure that I get to the bottom of the story before I join him up there. So it's hard liquor for me from now on. And it's still up. www.whokilledmyboy.com. We got a merch section, information about the case, links to other organizations that are assisting us and whatnot. But yeah, we really went out there, hit the ground running, and a couple of my other grandkids helped me set it up. And really just trying to keep updates going so everyone knows where the case is at. And that's why I'm really happy. I'm really happy that y'all are doing this for us here, this documentary, because I really think this will really make a big splash. It'll really, get us on the other side of the tracks as far as that goes. It'll really change the game of our investigation. It's really gonna put a lot of pressure on the railroad to
I think you guys have been hanging around there with Mr. Golden Gloves a little too much, eh? Hey, spend a little time with Adlore, eh?
Oh, you notice this in the background there. This is my Golden Gloves trophy here. Got that in a middleweight fight that I did back in '57. Yeah, I didn't win, but I got a trophy just for my sportsmanship and really just having a hog on me.
You don't think I can take you on? What did this fucking tell you? Yeah, not so pretty after all.
That's what they, back in my time, when I was throwing fists, when I was in the ring, that's what they used to call me, old Bacon Joe, sizzling Bacon Joe. I was out there in the ring, just shaking and sizzling around. I could really throw a punch. They couldn't catch me. I was always sizzling around. They couldn't get me. They couldn't land a punch. And I would just come in with a couple jabs, a right hook, or two, and they were on the ground. That was it. And that was when I was in the old Golden Gloves tournament. Yeah, my boxing career wasn't super long, but I had a good fights. I fought some pretty big names out there. You recognize them. It was a good time in my life, and and you get a little older, you start doing a little more drinking, you start spending more time at the bar. You start spending some money. You know how it is. You guys know. I know you. I know you know how it is. I can see it in you. But we're really getting this investigation back on track. You know what I mean? Fucking CP. Oh, this is the new White Claw iced tea. This one is just new, brand new. I just went to the liquor store today, and the first time I seen it, what a treat, you know. What a, great timing, you know. Going to be doing this with you guys here, and I get to test this. Get one for a test run. Just get a nice little picture there. White Claw iced tea. It's good stuff. I like it. The iced tea. I was worried that it was going to be, you know, a little too sweet. Because the big reason why I like these White Claws, and I've gone into this before, is, you know, easy on the body. You know, you drink a lot of these, and really, at the end of the day, you're not really feeling too hungover. You don't too much sugar. There's a lot of water. It's a seltzer. You know, it's not like drinking a rye or beer. It's like I always think, the Claw is law. It's the rules. It's the law. I'm a law-abiding citizen myself. White Claw. It was, it was readily available back then, you know, but it wasn't really something you could get at a sports game or, you know, in a local pub. It was more, you get it at your LCBO, but it's a real tragedy, the whole thing, is I know that Cody would have loved to kick back a couple of claws at his old grandpa. Never got them, never got the chance. That's what they took from him. They took that from him. CP.
Yeah, he was not like this, you know, growing up. He was kind of like a regular grandpa, you know, like fishing, you know, hunting, occasional drunkenness, you know, but I mean, he had it together, you know. Yeah, hiring this PI, and it's a fucking train wreck.
What do I think of Adlore's drinking? I think mind your own fucking business. Let's keep this focused here. If Adlore wants to get fucked up, I encourage that, actually. I think it's fucking funny. I love when he goes on. He's a fucking funny guy. He always pulls his guns out when he's getting fucked up. I pull my gun out. That's where we bond. We point our guns at each other. We're like, fuck it. Yeah.
People want to tell me, oh, well, Adlore, why don't you stop drinking so much, you know? You'd be fucking drinking too if it was your boy who was dead on the tracks. And you know what? I'll quit drinking the day that we get to the bottom of this. That I will cut it out cold turkey. Never another drop again. The day that we solve this one. The day that my boy's killers are put in jail, in prison, locked up, pen at maximum, bring back the death penalty, and I will stop drinking.
Honestly, I'm more worried about the baguettes. I've never seen a person eat a full baguette in one sitting, and I've seen him eat 2.
Oh, we have to wash the... What? What's that? Oh.
Well, I think we're talking about a sick man here. You know, we're talking about maybe, you know, generational pain. These aren't, you know, we're not going to solve these problems overnight, right? So, I'm not sure how much help I can be, really. It's just a shame. I guess you guys have probably talked to Derrick Kerrigan, PI Adlore's got on the case. Fucking case. This guy won't leave me alone, you know.
When I found out there was a brother, I was like a fucking kid on Christmas. I didn't know he had a brother. No.
I mean, he scares the fucking shit out of me.
And I just wish that he would answer the calls from the PI. I just wish that he would, you know, Robert needs information.
We've been playing phone tag. It's like I call him, he's not there. He probably calls me when I'm not there. Back and forth.
Yeah, I looked into this Kerrigan guy a little bit, you know, after we first heard about it. Heard about him, you know, taking things on or whatever. And it's like bodies, it's dead bodies, you know, it's a fucking trail of dead bodies, you know, that they're following this guy. So, I mean, I'm worried about Adlore, you know, I'm worried about me, you know what I mean? I wouldn't take a trip home for a fucking $1 million, really, you know.
Me and him were like on a vibe. It was like, you know when you just click with someone, it's like jazz. He fucking was showing me some of his music, which sucks, but like it's something you do with a friend, you know?
Everyone else will just take that as the answer. Cody fucking killed himself, or he fell, whatever. They're fine with that. Not me. I won't rest until I find out who killed my fucking grandson.